got no guitar, got a fine cigar. Slow down a bit, get a lit, and let the blues lay where they are. 'Cause the blues some days, they won't let go. They won't let go. But it's Saturday, we're at the shop today. Let's celebrate, light up an anime, raise a toast, watch the blues go up in smoke. Watch the blues go up in smoke.
What is
up, kiddo?
It is Saturday,
And we're at the shop.
Saturday at the shop, and today we have a very special Saturday at the shop.
We do.
of the year.
This is one of my favorite ones of the year.
It's so far, yeah, definitely one of my favorites. Do you want to hit some of the headlines we're going to hit aside from the special show?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't have the right. Dinger. So why don't you just go on ahead and just talk about it?
I'll do that. That probably says Cars and Cigars
Next week.
That's compelling.
Well, I just want to say it's Cars and Cigars next week. That's all we need to say.
Okay. DC Blending Committee. This sounds like notes for like some agenda.
I'm not trying to do a mainstream media style breaking news. I just want to tell people what's happening so we can get into it. This is kind of rich.
So apparently our New Year's resolution is born. Here, we'll mix it up right here. Hey, why is there a fridge in the lobby?
Ooh, that's a good. There is a fridge in the lobby.
There is a fridge in the lobby. Range day coming soon. Pew pew. See how much more entertainment value that adds to the two people.
None. We just had people drop off.
ICC's totally biased, unofficial top 25 cigars of the year today.
Starts almost now. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, well, now that you're done being a what? Party pooper on this.
Oh, okay, I see.
Here's what I'm going to say. Cars and Cigars is the second Saturday of the month moving forward.
Yeah.
DC Blending Committee. You remember when we did the cold summer in August? Okay, well, now it's time. It's time for this. So look at your emails if you did buy a box and you are part of the
that's right.
Committee. That's going to be
your way onto the blending committee.
Yep, that's going to be this Wednesday at 7 p.m. And then if you are wanting to do a range day, that will be coming soon. And check out. We have actually, if you could just drop it in a link in there, Wayne, so people can see how to figure that stuff out. But it's going to be a pretty cool setup. It's $50. Go out. It's private range day. Thank you to Wayne for getting that stuff set up. Of course, we've just time for it.
Let's shoot things.
So that is it. Tony Gallant, Happy New Year to you.
That's right. By the way, if you is Tony coming? Where's he coming in from?
I think he's British Columbia.
Yeah. So if you're coming to us from a foreign country like Canada, let us know. We'll say good morning to you in your native tongue. Of course, Tony. Good day, mate. Hey.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, Marty Upton, what's happening? Good morning.
Marty.
We've got
Marty.
Kelly Haney was coming in, and of course, Larry Adams. First
LaGrange, Missouri. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Yeah.
Okay. We're shooting with a new lens today, too.
Nice. The thing's right in our face.
It's huge. That's as zoomed out as it can be. So actually, Wayne bought a 50-foot HDMI. When we put this and we zoomed it in, we could be sitting at the bar and it would be the same frame. That's how big. That's how long this lens can be. So yes, BC is where he's coming in from. So my question is, do you want to just get started on this thing and start rocking on the top 25?
Let's cover a couple of things real quick. You talked about Cars and Cigars. You talked about efficient cigars. You talked about the racing. Very efficient use of time, by the way.
This just shows we could do this show in 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah.
But we do this for 30 minutes.
Exactly. Does Sean fit in that car?
Does that car fit?
That car
In
is a
Sean
that
is a
car
better
is a schmedium on him.
It is
It
a Sean's
is.
car.
Look at that guy.
Oh, what a sweetheart of a guy.
He is a guy, but it looks like it just fell out of his back.
The link did. It did post from what I see.
So maybe do some splaining. My son Brandon from Industrial Cigars in Frisco, Texas.
Nice plug.
Yep. Explain to people, why is there a fridge in the front lobby?
Explain yourself.
You explain it.
Okay, I'll explain it.
Okay.
Well, here's what's happening. I'm very excited about this.
I am too.
I am very excited about this. And what this is lunch on the fly. Lunch on the fly is coming.
I love that.
We have it tentatively internally, which is now external, to be for January 10th, which will be next Friday.
Right.
There's a chance we have to move a day or two, but here's what it is. We're going to be doing lunch that is going to be a bit more on brand for what you want from a day-to-day lunch standpoint.
Right.
Because the reality is the food is absolutely phenomenal coming out.
No doubt about it.
But when I'm working during the day, I don't want to feel like I'm getting a chef created lunch.
I'm with you. I you know what? It's nice to have that little fun trip to, Capitol Grill for lunch. It's a once a month, and I really enjoy doing it. But it's not every day. It would be so much easier to be able to come in, have that amazing food. Hey, Sean.
What's up, Sean?
Have that amazing food, have those things, but not have necessarily the
it's a feeling.
Deal. Yeah,
it's a feeling, right? And it feels weird.
It's
it feels weird. Yeah. So what we're moving to is you will have the chance to, you can even grab and go this, or you can grab it and be here. We'll have a few different salads, still created by Chef Georgie. A few different salads, a few different sandwiches, those scones, the sourdough scones.
Oh my God.
There'll be this tight little assortment that will be created daily. It will be ready for you. And you can just grab it with your stick, come sit down. If you want us to warm up a sandwich on the panini press, we'll keep that running all day.
And the thing that I really enjoy is like talking through some of the stuff with Begley was like the turkey that we used for Friendsgiving that everybody was raving about will actually be the turkey that we use for the turkey sandwich and the club and some of those things. And I'll tell you what, those scones, I'd kick a baby for those scones.
Are those
things
good or
are
what?
Good.
And those are baked right by the house. So they'll be dropping them off every other day.
They're sourdough, aren't they?
It's sourdough. It's just, usually that scone is so dry, but that is just, I don't know.
It's incredible.
It's like more like a donut a little bit. But if you have great coffee, you get a great coffee, you've got that, you're sitting there, you've got a little something to take the edge off, and you can sit and work during the day. So how does that affect lunch? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to utilize that as our lunch service. It's definitely Monday through Thursday. It might be Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I'm
not sure exactly.
I think from a lunch standpoint, that's where it makes the most sense. And then I think just coin the phrase food at 5.
Mm-hmm.
And at 5 o'clock, we'll open up. And then if you want to have the rest of the story, we got that.
Which, by the way, this is a little bit behind the curtains. You get access to this because you're watching the show.
Yeah.
I think Georgie just cracked the code on making the perfect burger yesterday. Did you try it?
Oh, yeah.
Is that thing it's one of these ideas that you go, how did we not think of that before? It's
really?
that simple. You know, we do all of the smoking of the salmon in-house, right?
What's that got to do with the burger?
He smoked the burger. So it has this Texas barbecue on this 8-ounce burger. He gave me the burger with no cheese, no sauce, no nothing. Just the buns and the meat. Holy shit. I've never had it because it's got this subtle, he put a little bit more garlic in the meat itself and then smoked it. It's unbelievable. It has like this
I gotta try
Texas barbecue flair to it. And you go, it does. It comes late. It's like the finish on the burger is there. And you go, how have I never had this before?
Smoked burger.
A smoked burger. And it makes perfect sense.
Makes perfect sense.
That's why I love Georgia.
And
It just comes up with this.
I'll tell you what, last week I had the Texas Twist Cuban sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, half of a sandwich that's a eat it, you're done.
Yeah. Well, I
For the day,
ate that,
it's done.
and then he brought me a burger.
Oh man.
So I had 2 lunches yesterday.
Which makes up for the other weeks that you don't eat anything.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I like to do it. I like to go to the gym a lot and then don't go to the gym at all.
Yeah.
That seems to work
It's
really nice.
worked well for me. So
I'm telling you, that burger, I think it needs to replace what we have. I think we need to make that the smoked burger.
just make it the smoked burger.
It's so
Have it with
good.
a smoked old fashioned. Smoke a cigar. I'm getting a theme there.
Get it?
Get it.
I want to smack you right there.
I did.
I'm
Do
just
it.
waiting.
Just do it.
I'm not going
I'm
to.
so
What's
ready.
up?
I don't even care.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Let's hop into this thing, shall we?
This has been a great year for industrial cigars on the cigar side of things. We've broke a lot of our own internal records, which is something that unfortunately a lot of retailers aren't talking about right now. But we are fortunate. Why? Because we have relationships with manufacturers that made sure we had product, made sure that we had unique product, exclusive limited edition product, and you busted your ass to make sure that we had bodies coming in.
We all busted ass this year. We had to work for every ounce this year,
and we did.
Boy, there was nothing given this year.
No, and we were leaning into some significant headwinds. The economy,
election year,
we had
high interest rates.
We had some a number of issues, some other issues kind of behind the scenes that fought us a little bit. That I think overall to come out ahead, and particularly in the second half of the year to be up in double digits was fantastic.
Were we up that much?
Yeah.
That's great.
So,
well, kudos to everyone who was part of that. The team has they've been getting their ass kicked along with us. So we're all getting into 2025 refreshed. And the one thing that I want to say, just full transparency, is be ready for change at any given point.
Yeah,
things might change. You may walk in and there's a whole new set of furniture.
Oh, like all the new furniture that's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Atabay Lounge members will be welcomed with new furniture this week.
Yes.
The other thing that I'm very proud of, and it was a number that you just kind of floated out there like it was no big deal. But since the launch of the Fuselage and the Luciano Dreamer Lounge, over 6,000 new customers walked in this door for the first time.
That's a lot for us.
6,000 new customers, never been in the store again.
That's good. That's good. That's good for us.
Yeah. I don't know how that compares with others, but I'm thinking there's not a lot of guys out there in our space that are excited about 6,000 people that walked in their door. The key is we are keeping them. They're staying. They're coming back multiple times.
Yep.
So,
hopefully they don't pick the lock and bust their way out because we're going to be down a lot of people.
That's it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this thing. I'm thinking
excited.
25 through 20, we move pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And then as we get closer and closer, we'll take a little bit, especially as we get up into the top 10. But we're going to move quick. So if you're with us, please hit that share button, drop a comment. Let us know what you think. If you don't.
Get your notepads out and get your pens. We do have a couple customers that actually just open our e-commerce page and just start ordering these as it starts going.
And you know what? If you do that and you put in a comment that you are following through and you let me know which ones are in there, live time, I can make a discount code specifically for you so you can get a discount on buying however many.
Wow,
so
we should make an effort. Now there's some stuff that was limited editions or they're going to be in later this year or whatever the case may be. There is some stuff that is inbound because a lot of the manufacturers shut down the second week in December and they don't start up until like next Monday. So there may be some stuff that we're tight on, but don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll get you. We'll get you. Okay, starting off with numbers. My lips are so damn chapped.
I understand. Can you, before we jump into this, do 30 seconds on what went into this? This wasn't just you, me, and your brothers sitting down going, you know which one I like.
Yes. This year we had quite a few people vote on this. I think it was somewhere in the ballpark of 100 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And we ran through a number of different things that we put together. Sales figures in volume is one thing.
Yep.
The ownership team creates their own list.
Right.
And then about 100, I don't know what it was, 100 and something people put in what their votes are.
Right.
And we put that out. So thank you everyone who voted on this. We then take all of that information, we aggregate it onto a spreadsheet, do all nerdy stuff. If Johnny Goodner is watching this, he's going to be really excited about this section.
I'm sure he is.
But we cross-reference about 6 different tabs and figure out what all the trends are, pull them into the final sheet, and then power score them based on the number of times it was voted, based on all of the other things working together. And it basically creates its own power score. And some of these do get ranked up because maybe people forgot about it because it was early in the year, but we sold the shit out of them. So that helps it. And so it creates this, the perfect name for this is the totally biased, uncorrupted, unofficially official top 25 of the year, because it is all of those things. First and foremost, it is biased. We're not going to play it and go, oh, these are just no. This is what we as a unit like the most.
Yeah, and I also know she didn't say anything about because they ran a $25,000 ad in the magazine and or a banner ad campaign.
Because it's important to say, if you do want to run a banner ad campaign, I will put you on this list.
Top 10.
I'll put you. We've already told you will be number 7. This year's is not purchased, but it will be number 7 with a green thing. They paid us.
Yeah.
Look, I'm for it.
We're transparent.
We're
just like the government.
Look, I want to start racing. That's not free.
It is. That's true.
And if you want to sponsor a race car, then I'll put you wherever you want to be. You call out the number.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for somebody to step up and actually lean into this. Yes, Wayne is going to be on this list. Just Wayne Ferguson is cigar number 3.
Wayne. Okay. Perfect. Wayne Cigar.
All right. You ready?
Here we go.
Number 25. And like I said, we can move through these pretty fast. Number 25 coming in right here.
What is this? Padron
1926, number 6.
Padron, that one.
It's
Padron.
Surprise number 1 already. How many people voted for this?
This is crazy. This is the Fittipaldi, Emerson Fittipaldi. This cigar is from a collection that I got. These cigars have been in the box since 1999. Cigars are 25 years old. We sell them for about $12, which is stupid. And these cigars are spectacular. And I've had 2 different batches of them, about 40 boxes in total. And people are smoking these things and losing their mind. First of all, we're crazy for selling 25-year-old cigars for $12. But look, the guy sold them to us what he paid for them 25 years ago. We don't gouge. So
there it is. There it is.
Or gauge, as our former vice president said. Gauging.
Then we go number 23. That is just a representation of what it is, but it's the Jaime Garcia Super Gordo.
Yep.
It's a tried and true cigar. That's kind of where the
people that are loyal to Jaime are loyal to Jaime, and they buy boxes.
On top of that, if they are the Jaime Garcia Super Gordo smoker, that's what they're smoking.
That's it.
And that's what they voted for.
Well, there's not a lot of 62 ring gauge torpedo monsters out there on the
pre-cut, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Next one flies in right here.
This is the Davidoff late hour. We added Davidoff this last year in 2024, and the line did, as you would expect. It has done very well, but the late hour has been a definite standout within that line. I think overall that's kind of where most people gravitate. Although the whole line's done very well.
Then it comes in here. It's weird that it's this high on the list, or this low
on the list. And that is, this is normally a top 5-er. This is the Principal Cochon Vallon. It's in my top 5, but it is a cigar that it comes in and goes so fast. And Darren makes a couple thousand of these things a year, of which we buy basically all he'll sell us. This is a cigar we could probably do double with. And I think that, so when they go that fast, a lot of times People don't get a chance to smoke it, but this is a very special cigar.
Yeah, and I think the same thing is it becomes so familiar that you take it for granted.
I think the addition of some new products this year would impact that, because it's, it's like until you have a quarter pound of cheese that you haven't had for 6 months, you don't realize, damn, that is good.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
This is kind of a late ad. This one I was a little bit surprised with, which is coming in at, what number is that? That's going to come in at number 20.
German engineered cigars.
And it's their RBGN.
Yep. The new one.
The new one, the Panatella.
Panatella.
This has, I wish I would have grabbed the box. That has the coolest 5-pack design I've ever seen.
It is so cool.
It has this telescoping,
open.
the sleeve pulls up, and then instead of having to dump the cigars out, with paper, they created a hinge that it opens so you can just pull the thing straight out.
Yeah.
Even the packaging is German engineered.
Yeah. This is a really, really good cigar. And the one thing I did find is there's a lot of smaller cigars this year. I've seen a trend, the 4x44, some of those have done really well. The Panatellas.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Wayne. Check this out. It goes here. Let me make sure I'm in focus. This comes up, and then it pulls open. So it makes it nice. I mean, it's just so cool. Everything these guys do is really, really cool and really overthought. I don't know.
Maybe over-engineered. Get it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Move it. Okay. Thank you so much, Wayne. Moving to number 19. This one has actually stayed on the list for quite a bit. And this is the smoothest cigar in the humidor.
Yeah, this is one that we can give to anybody that's walking in going, hey, I'm just getting started in cigars. Where should I get started? I want to start maybe on a little bit more mild side of things. Although this cigar has tremendous flavor. This is the Terra Nova from our friends at United. And this cigar, the Araparik, is full of flavor, full of depth, and it's in that sub $9 range.
Yeah, and it is a German company that is 200 years old.
250 years old.
250 years old.
250 years old.
That uses tobacco curing and, I suppose, finishing processes created by the Choctaw Indians just right up the road.
Yep.
So I think that is really cool how it goes, brings it all full circle.
Germans go to the Dominican, they pick up some tobacco from Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
That's the route I would take.
Moving at number 28. This by volume.
28.
Number 18.
Numbers are hard for him.
Is because I'm thinking 2024. I don't know if I smoked anything as much as I smoked that little thing.
This thing was an absolute home run. Toscano has been an incredible home run for us. The Master Age or the Master Blend stuff has been fantastic. But the Toscanello hazelnut, this is special.
It's fun.
It is fun. It tastes good. I've had more people that just, when they open it and smell inside the box, their eyes just light up like my eyes are going to open up when I open up that thing of paste.
Oh, did he bring that 85 Celsius? Ooh, Sean.
Yeah. Sean's,
my man.
Sean's,
that's kind of corrupting the list, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not getting you top 10.
The reason he's here is to make the last. Cash. Yeah. That's perfect.
We're gonna need a.
Okay, well then we're gonna put you at 16. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Coming in at 17,
the Crux Epicure Habano.
Yep.
Crux Epicure.
That thing is so good. I smoked it yesterday. What I love about the Epicure Habano is how much change you get out of that cigar.
Very much.
You fire up and it's alive. Then there is a distinct change about an inch into that cigar, and it is a completely different thing.
It's smooth. It almost gives you this little slap in the face. I want you to pay attention. And then it goes out and finishes the cigar. It's a great cigar. Crux is just, they've been with us since day one. We love the Hogans, and these guys just continue to, that's another bread and butter. That's another one that has just been in the humidor. Now that the Habano was their most recent release, but Bull and Bear and some of those are just, they're staples.
And they just do it right.
Yeah.
I always equate Crux to In-N-Out. In-N-Out just does this many things and they do it right.
Yep.
And they sure do. They're very, very
I
smart
mean,
people.
think about 7 years of how many cigars. I think with Crux we've sold, maybe 8,000 a year, something like that. But how many people walk up and go, "Hey, I'm having a draw problem with this. Hey, I'm having a burn problem." It just doesn't happen.
Well, I did get a chance to see this in the factory. When we went to the factory, I got to see the intensity in which they hold the rollers accountable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they had, I think it was the Limitada Gunners. There were a couple that were spongy, and Casey Hogan. If you know Casey Hogan, you know Casey Hogan.
Spitfire.
Boy, he went flying into that room and then they had already wrapped them and cellared them. He made them take them all out, double check all 1,000 that were rolled.
Good for him. That's the way you got to do it.
But to that point, it wasn't going to be good enough to just send them because they were done.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And that's it. Moving to 16, give me those $2.
I absolutely, this is the first of Luciano manufactured cigars. We're sitting here in the Luciano Dreamer Lounge. Our new dearest friend, Ron Harper.
You're a Jersey
and his
chaser.
cigar. What did you call me?
You're a Jersey chaser.
I'm a Jersey chaser. He hadn't given me a jersey yet, but I'm sure he will.
I'm sure you
I'm
would.
sure he will now. Underrated. And this is not an underrated cigar. This is an incredible cigar. It's got a great story. And Ron is committed to the cigar space. Him and Luch have a great relationship. And I think that they're going to continue to do things. I was hesitant to bring the cigar in, frankly, because it's really good at a sub $10 price point. And I think that cigar needs to be about $12 or $14. To play with the other $12 and $14 cigars that are out there, because it does.
Yep.
But the people that have seen this it's kind of their daily smoke, and then they'll treat themselves with something else. But if they want to get one under their belt, it's that. But underrated. Congratulations, Ron Harper. He's new to the space, and he's now new to our list.
That's right. First time on the list. Congrats. Now, I realize as I'm putting these banners in here, we're starting to get into some stuff that we don't have. Yeah. Now you can start seeing, okay, now it makes sense because
close your eyes and picture
people
this.
love them. Yeah, close your eyes and picture this. You don't have to for this one because this is currently the only place on the planet you can get this cigar. Principal Tiki Toro.
My guilty pleasure. When the Robusto came out, it was a great cigar from Darren Chaffee from Principal Cigars.
Yep.
But he kept going, I am smoking the hell out of this Tiki Toro. He gave it to a reviewer in that typically is reviewing Cuban cigars, and the guy compares it to a Vijique. But this cigar is my guilty pleasure. It's one of my few go-to cigars. Absolutely love it, and it is only available at Industrial Cigars because Darren is our partner in the bar, in the fuselage.
That's right, fuselage. Now we move into, now we're getting into like some relationship things, right? Principals in, we've got underrated Luciano in. We're starting to get into some of these relationship. Well, I suppose there are a couple in here that don't have relationships tied to them, but this isn't it because we don't have the one. But what I'm holding in my hand here is the Toro Serie P Cameroon.
Yes.
That's the Robusto. That cigar we actually used as a for the Halloween for Spirit Fest.
Yes.
I think smokes great. Little acidic, beautiful, balanced, nuanced, just a killer.
Yeah, the Reyes family makes that in the Dominican. Our friend Pablo and Patrick, they always deserve a spot on our top 25, and they are just incredible partners too. But I mean, there's from the Serie P, which is the entry level of their line, the Gran Añejo Reserva, the Brazil is smoking so good right now.
Oh, I need to.
And then the Toro XO is just forget about it.
Well, and you've got the Terre Blanche.
Terre Blanche, of course.
I mean, I'm surprised Terre Blanche didn't hit this list, to be quite honest. That's one of my personal favorite cigars. Number 11, we do not have in here.
Okay.
Which is the Gran Habano number 7.
Yeah. We have Gran Habanos. The number 7 actually came in this beautiful green leather case, and that's the way it was released. It was 10 cigars. It was a fuller bodied version. And George Rico was actually a little nervous that people had kind of known his stuff for that medium to even a little bit on the lighter side of things. And how were people going to react to his first real entree into full body?
But
they loved
full body, but it wasn't that full intensity. It was still very composed. It reminded me a lot of the 20th anniversary, which I'm surprised 20th anniversary didn't hit this list.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is just such a killer cigar. I think it's kind of the same Cochon Vallon deal. You just get too familiar with it. Oh, yeah. None in here, right? Oh, yeah. Nice. And a night flight. Great. Yeah, it did come in this. We will get more of those back in, right?
Yeah, he's actually going to start making that so we can get them in either boxes or bundles.
Okay.
So
good.
So for the people that bought those and don't necessarily need multiple cases, he'll start doing that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Coming in, I just have a stand-in here so you can kind of close your eyes and put it on the top here, was the EP Carrillo Encore Black.
Yes.
That's the one they here. It kind of had that Black Ritos type of appeal.
Yeah.
Where if you like this, well, here's a deeper, richer version. And I think the Encore Black Encore is my favorite in the Perez Carrillo series. It's the most leathery, the most composed medium. Yeah. But that one just brought a little bit of that chocolate to it. It was limited edition. We didn't get
very limited.
We didn't get many of them, but the people who
smoked it voted. If it's one of these cigars that you were able to get 2 or 3 of during the year because they sold out rather quickly, and it still made an impact on you to the point that you're voting for it as one of your top cigars of the year, that speaks very highly of that.
Yeah, that one was not on my list because I think I only smoked one of them. This one was on my list, and this one was higher on my list than how it scores. And I don't know how this is outside the top 10. I don't understand how that's outside the top 10.
This year's Cavalier LE 2024, we got 2 rounds of this particular product. I think there's still a few boxes still in there, but we ended up selling almost 100 boxes. But this is another one of my guilty pleasures. If I want a cigar that I'm just going to go grab it, I'm going to smoke it. It's the right amount of time. It doesn't punish your palate. It gives you unbelievable depth. This is an incredible cigar. Absolutely incredible cigar.
Yes.
And we thank Sebastian and Brian Matola and all those guys down there for making sure that we got taken care of, because I know that second batch of, I think, 50 boxes that we got was destined for Europe. Because they only make 1,900 boxes, and 1,100 of those boxes go to Europe. So most dealers get 6 boxes. They definitely took care of us.
All right, now we're making it into the top 10. Top 10 is where it starts getting real. Oh, let's pop in. We got a little Garrett Reed. What's up, fellas? What's up to you, Garrett Reed?
What up?
Hub Nick, what's happening? Interesting. I enjoyed that LE 2024 a lot, but I like 23 for some reason.
Oh,
was 20? This last one was the one that was the closest to.
Was
19,
the
right?
23 the barber pole? No, somebody was smoking a barber pole the other day. When was that?
That was 2020.
Was it really?
Either 2020 or 2021.
I saw somebody smoking the barber pole the other day.
The Box Press Toro? Mm-hmm. I think it was either 20 or 21.
Every year it's a different Vitola, it's a different blend. This one had some undisclosed tobacco in it.
Good morning. Good morning.
I was concerned because the first ones we got right off the truck weren't there. But after about 14 days, it was getting acclimated because it sat in customs for a couple of weeks while hurricanes went through in Miami. So, man, they straight right up. Holy cow, was it good.
G'day, mate, to you, JD Morris up there in Paris. Yeah. The next time we go up to Marty and Frank's cabin, we'll stop.
We
got to go to Rigby's.
Yep.
Got to go up there. What's up? Please say hello to the family up there at Rigby's.
Yep.
That's good people. Top 10. Ready?
Top 10. Place that people want to be.
Yeah. And this starts off This might be the first time we have never had this cigar in our hands.
Okay.
Top 10. The only single cigar that has been on the list for over 5 years.
In the top 10.
In the top 10.
Yep.
Crux Bull and Bear.
Crux Bull and Bear.
You want to
I
talk
would
about
show it to you, but
staple?
they're all sold out.
I've never seen all the blue lids shut.
All of them. No, there's a lot of boxes on the way.
Then the next one.
And by the way, we can thank your two brothers for smoking us out of those things.
I couldn't agree more.
They're just crackheads when it comes to Bull and Bear.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Maybe they should go on crack. We have more of those. If you think about it.
If we got them on crack, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Come in. It is cheaper. Crack is cheaper.
Is it? What is the price of crack these days?
It's got to be going up. Here comes the shadow band. And number 9, we have ICC exclusive Cold Summer. This is what it looks like.
This is what it looks like.
I've got that up there.
It is that cigar. We launched it on the 4th of July. And
we launched it in August.
That's right. It was first Friday in August. Cold Summer. It was an ICC exclusive, still is. And John told us still some there. So we will get some more back in the house as soon as he gets back from DC.
You know what I love seeing?
He is in DC. What DC is in DC?
Yes. Oh, he is in.
Yeah, he had a 5 o'clock flight this
morning. So this is the thing. I was going to text this to Jamon. I saw DC, their Instagram channel, reposted a couple of people. Now, I don't recommend this in terms of this goes against cigar lounge etiquette.
Okay.
But I loved it because both of these had people smoking ICC exclusives in other lounges.
I just love it.
I love seeing it.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to just come, I'll give you a discount on all our house sticks, anything that has our label, you can go smoke it somewhere else. That goes against everything.
We'll just get him a bunch of cigars and just like, and he can wear his
That's awesome. What's up, John Wilson? What's Jamon doing next Friday? I don't know.
I'll tell you.
Am I supposed to know this?
No, we just came up with it last night. And but I don't know if we should make it official until I run it past you to make sure we don't have any conflict.
Let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Because it sounds like something that I'm going to have to do some work on.
Not much. I mean,
what are we going to do? Just talk about it. I don't know.
Well, it's his anniversary. So he wants to do an anniversary party. He wants to bring Busy back in on Friday.
Okay.
And basically, in a sense, replicate a first Friday, but on a second Friday.
Why not?
Which is his anniversary. And he wants to do something here special.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
It's a DC event. He wants Busy here, and it's going to feel like, except it's going to be very DC focused.
Okay, I'm fine with that. All right. I'm not doing any event. Just do it.
No, just do it.
Word of mouth.
And look, all he has to do is post that this is where he's going to be.
By
the way, he's a member here, so it's here anyway. But
okay, I'm in for that.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Done. Event next
week.
Get
a little bit more pushback for that. I guess I'll pitch all those things to you on camera.
As long as I can see, I can always go. Yeah, I'm not going to do much work on them. And then
you
it's
don't need
DC
to.
because all they have to do is
all DC does is just announce. Look, we're going to be at ICC, and this is where we're pitching the tip, and people just lose their
just
minds.
go time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For it. And then one of my favorite cigars of the year, says John Wilson, the DC Cold Summer. It was one of my favorites too. I think that was it was easily my top 5.
They had some additional rest on them, and oh my God, they were so good. And that's and I'm hearing more about these smaller cigars. Jonathan Scott the other day was smoking one of these cigars. We'll talk about here in a second, and he was just like, I like these because it's not time commitment. So people are starting to smoke some of these smaller cigars.
That's a great transition to number 8. Last year sucked because we lost Grandmama.
Yep, we did. Actually, it'll be 11 months tomorrow.
11 months tomorrow.
Yep.
And one thing that helped soothe the pain a bit was Luciano absolutely stepping immediately to create something that was perfectly encompassing of grandma's personality.
Yeah, on February 5th, she passed. She was the first person I reached out to after you and I talked. We needed a cigar to dedicate to her. That was her in a nutshell. Her birthday is April 4th, 1944, and he made a cigar that captures the spirit of her. And this cigar has a lot of special, very special tobacco in it. It is 4.4 inches by 44 ring gauge. And it is a cigar that even the Davidoff ambassador said was better than.
You shouldn't say this one.
Thought that it was as good as their new $48 4x44. We sold 5 packs for $44.44.
Oh, I'm smoking.
We're smoking it.
Yeah,
We're smoking.
This is what it looks. That's
Yeah.
what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
It's smoked.
Here's to you, Mom.
And this is also one of those things where you have to know it's not on the floor. If you know it, and you come in and go, "Hey, what about that 4444?" Yeah. And you know my grandma's name is Mickey, I'll sell it to you.
Yep.
It just happened the other day. Dre came in and he's like, "Hey, you got any your grandma's cigars?" I'm like, "Since you know it, these got your name on it. I got you."
Yeah, no, this is a stunning cigar, and I'm so happy. A lot of people voted for that cigar.
That was special.
And the thing is, he had them to us hand delivered by April.
They picked through, and I think Sean may have been on this picking party because the humidity was not correct in Las Vegas. They created a humidified closet or humidified area and picked through individually to find the right cigars.
Yep.
So the amount of work that went into this thing was unbelievable by everyone at Luciano, by Sean, by Luch, by everyone. So this means a lot to us. And a cigar that means this much to us is number 8. This should be a number 1 cigar.
Yeah, it's and if anything screams, this is what our relationship is with our vendor partners. These are the people you do business with.
Yeah, you do business with people. 444, Will Turpin coming in. 444 is a great cigar. It absolutely is. Coming in at number 7 is the number 1 biggest surprise for me because this car was.
I'm with you.
This car was stuck all the way out, and then stuck all the way out. Was doing this whole Mustang thing for the past couple of years.
Yeah,
they could not get this thing straight. This year they just rolled off the throttle a bit and hit it right. Yeah, this is number 7 coming in.
Crown Heads Las Calaveras 2024. This was a winner, and I'm going to just give it one little caveat to this. This cigar is spectacular. But that 10th anniversary.
We just didn't get enough for people to try it.
Oh, this just in. 4 boxes just showed up yesterday.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay,
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
So, no, this cigar is really good. And there's kind of a cult following with these, but a lot of people are going, man, tell me about this Las Calaveras. Really good cigar.
Yep. Okay, and we have my personal favorite cigar of all time.
Okay.
Coming in at number 6. This is my favorite cigar. This is, to me, perfection in a cigar. I think the reason why I didn't get as many votes or as many of the sales is because we just didn't have it very much. When we did, people would grab it and they would hoard it. So there were good chunks of the year that just didn't exist.
There's a lot of hoarding that goes on with this brand.
And with this is the perfect cigar, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Alfonso number 3. It has everything. It has the sweetness, the smoothness of an Atabey, but it's bigger, it's fuller bodied. It just has everything, and every draw is different, and it just gets better all the way until you burn it.
Nelson, normally he ages his cigars in a room that has cedar from 5 parts of the world, scrapes them, etc. But these spend some time in Burgundy barrels that are sanded. I've seen him at his new facility, and that just adds that.
That's the difference.
That redness, that red grape element to it that is just if you're going to treat yourself, Alfonso.
Yeah, do that. Coming in at number 5. Now we're getting top. We're top
We're
5.
We're
now.
top 5.
We're top 5. John Wilson, your question. Wait, you got more of the Las Calaveras LEs?
Yes, sir.
Need a whole box of them.
Yesterday. Yes.
So those are the Decimos.
Decimos, they're in the humidor. They're wrapped in brown. Yeah.
Okay.
Got them.
How about this? How about double wrapped?
How about double wrap?
Double wrapped, number 5.
Fiat Lux
Tenebris.
So the Fiat Lux is this cigar from Luciano that is it's one of those cigars you give it to 100 people, 99 people like it. And it was a lighter wrapper. It was just a beautiful, beautiful cigar. And he wanted to take it to the next level, so they started to experiment. And they just did this little interesting experiment, which was wrapping this Maduro wrapper over the top of the existing Fiat Lux, and then magic happened.
Yes. Yep.
And this cigar, the Tenebris, was we sold a ton of these. So from a sales side, it earned its spot, but also a lot of people voted for this cigar as their most memorable cigar of the year.
Oh, it's one of my most memorable cigar moments of the year is when Luciano was doing the family affair. I think that's when we launched it. And at that time, there were not many of those cigars. He had only created, I don't know, 1,000. I don't know what the number was.
Yeah.
Very limited. And you're smoking your first one. And Luciano's like, hey, can I see that real quick? And he's giving a demonstration, takes your cigar and just blows it up right in front of everybody. Rips the thing off.
Just starts tearing the external wrapper off to show me see, there's another wrapper underneath there. I'm like, but I was smoking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then he just threw it in the ashtray.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite moments. Another favorite moment is this. That was a special moment.
This was a special moment. Katie Cigars, the Canyon. This cigar is from our own Mark McCoy, one of our members here, has been here forever. The handshake that was created with him and Sebastian from Cavalier was made here in this building. And this particular cigar has a shape of a cannon. It stands for come and take it. And, this cigar is shaped like a cannon. Not sure if you can make that out, but it is shaped like a cannon, like a cannon. Now, where this stemmed from is our house is smaller ring gauge at the mouth, larger ring gauge at the foot. More called me one time because you smoked the small end first with our house. He called me and he goes, "Hey, have you ever smoked your cigar backwards?" And I'm like, "Why would you do that? Would I do that?" And he goes, "Well, it's really good." So he did the opposite and made it larger in the mouth, smaller at the foot. I'm actually thinking about smoking it backwards and calling him saying, "Hey, have you ever smoked your cigar backwards?" But no, Katie they just launched their line. Was it in June or July that we launched it? And we just, first of all, Mark is an incredible person, and he's doing it right. He tested cigars for a year.
Oh, he tested.
I mean, and he would give us some of the samples, and it was so critical to him that it was right.
That was probably the best sales tactic he could have ever had to get into the humidor. Is just have us try all of them and then have us pass them.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to, okay, you guys can sell it, we can't say, well, it doesn't quite fit. It doesn't quite match.
If there are retailers here like Rigby's, that some of you guys that are in this area, look, this is a cigar line that is going to just, it's going to slowly grow, but he's doing it right. He got this guy to do the label for this. It presents well. It's a Texas brand. His family, both sides of his family fought in the Revolutionary War in Texas. They're deep rooted. This has oil pump jacks on it because his dad grew up in West Texas.
Yeah, and Burke Burnett.
Yeah, and this has a tribute to the Texas flag on it. PR49 is the number that it represents his dad and the year that he was born. So just if you don't have Katie in your store right now, you got to get it.
Yeah, it's
Get
the
it while
easiest
it's a ground floor opportunity.
Yep, that is right.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Really earned it. And now as we get to the podium, as far as power scores, these are, if the power score is 987, out of 1,000, these are all within like 5. So any of these 3 could have had one person's vote would have swayed it between first and third.
Yeah.
This is as close as you possibly can.
Yep.
And one of them we don't have in, which is our number 3. And
Well, it looks like we're 2. Oh no, you're right.
we don't have this one in.
Yep. Supposedly February.
That's legend has it. We will have more of these.
Legend has it. Atabey Black Ritos.
Atabey Black Ritos.
Yeah. I'm with you on the Alfonso. Black Ritos disappeared rather quickly. And when I say disappeared, these are $1,300 boxes of cigars that would literally sell out in minutes. I've never seen people smoke one, get an inch in, and get up and go buy a box of $1,300.
I've never heard
like that in volume.
I've never heard you say something like, "I'll get a second mortgage on my house to buy as many of these."
I will. That's exactly what I told
That is your words. Yeah.
I'll get a second mortgage to buy every box that he's got.
Yep.
It is the cigar stack. And it's an Atabey with just caramel chocolate.
It's offensively good.
It is.
I just remember smoking it, being just pissed off. How can you make a cigar this good?
Yeah. It's impossible. It's like deep frying butter. You just can't do it, but boy, if you could.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So from our one and only Oliver Nouveau.
Yeah. What did that guy say?
Soon come whatever this
means. Please, I'm praying that you don't kill me.
Yeah. The rundown is making me. Oh yeah, this is Damon's point is so valid on this. The rundown is making me realize how many cigars I forgot to vote for. That's the beauty of doing it the way we do it, is it does help catch some of those things we forget about.
Well, and it's great because you have people like Damon that are voters.
Right.
Everybody gets to be a voter and everybody gets that opportunity. But yeah, you're right. And I think it is sometimes a reminder of, God, I forgot about that.
And as we talk about number 2, I want to put this out there. What do you guys think is the number 1 cigar of the year? Wayne, don't comment on this. You're sitting right here and you can see it. What do you guys think is number 1? All right. Number 2, it's a whole set.
It's a whole thing.
It's a thing. It's the whole damn project.
It's the whole project, and I think we've been in the cigar business and been wandering around this thing for about 10 years. This, I think, is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yes, and this is the Principal Boy Band Volume 1 Legendary. And this has been the surprise of all surprise. The fact that he was able to pull this project off and do this is remarkable.
Yeah.
He got 5 master blenders. If you watch the show, you know it, but it is just unbelievable. You're laughing over there. I knew you were going to put Gurkha. So yes, this project is a remarkable feat of human engineering. 5 master blenders to agree to a project, to blend their own thing with no sort of feedback on the blends, to do it all at the same time, to fulfill it, to have it all land.
But with the same inspiration. Yes. They were given a Nina Simone album, and they played that and let that music inspire the blend. In that mix, you have cigars from Henrik Kellner. That makes sense. But Henrik Kellner, who was the former master blender of Davidoff, and you had Quesada. That was those 2 guys. That's probably the last cigars that they'll ever blend.
Possible. You've got Ernesto Perez Carrillo in there. You've got Ochi Blanco, and who am I missing? Eladio Diaz.
Yep. Who was also a master blender for Davidoff. So, and the cigars,
This is serious.
the cigars are very good. They are, what told me that they took this inspiration from this album seriously is that the cigars that they blended for this don't taste like the cigars they're known for. They went in different, like
Yes.
Ernesto's.
Yes.
That's not
No.
no. Henry Keller, that was, that doesn't have that traditional Davidoff spiciness that you usually get, super smooth and mellow. I just,
My favorite in there is the Casada.
that was really
The
good.
Casada, I think is that your favorite too, Josh? What I said when we were sitting listening to the album and smoking it, I said to Darren, Casada took this serious. Yeah, he really wanted this to work because it ebbs. It reminds me a lot. If you smoke the Casada with the album, it reminds me of putting on Dark Side of the Moon with Wizard of Oz. It just naturally does the same thing, and you go, they actually blend this thing on time. So it is a very, very special project. Congratulations, Darren, for pulling that off. That's quite a feat.
For sure.
And
If he could have the accident, but I think they were tied.
I think they're tied up. Yeah. They're under slightly unavailable. Now I love this. This is the cool. What's this fellow's name? Michael? Super, super nice guy.
I don't know, but I like his truck.
I like his truck. He's got it. So his
I like
wife
the old
is-
school.
I like how the broad
girlfriend
sits in the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle of the bench
That's-
seat. That's probably a 3 on the tree.
Yeah.
She knows where she sits. The dog is on the far side. That is like a commercial going up right now. Great patina. Yeah, that's awesome. Cigar of the year is this is it.
This is it.
This is
at the top.
This is at the top of the top. And this is at the top of the top in votes and in volume and in our own bias selection. This cigar sits on the top of the podium the same way that the Black Rito sat on the top of the podium last year.
Yep.
It is just a clear, I got this. Which one is it?
Definition Cigars Genesis 413. This cigar, let me just put this into perspective just from a numbers perspective. We do really, really well with Patron. Really well. This one cigar, Robusto, we sold more units of this than we did the entire line of Padron combined. When you combine the Toro and the Lancero, those 3 cigars would be our number 6 line in volume. This cigar, I can give to 100 people, and 100 people will like it.
I have never heard someone say they do not like this cigar.
The other thing that we look at here is unique buyers. How many unique people buy this cigar? Not just, is it 4 guys that buy everything? We have over 500 unique buyers. 500. This cigar is spectacular. Came out towards the end of 2023. It did really well, and it just continued to pick up steam. He's added to it. He's adding to the line, coming up with a new twist. I'm really excited about that.
That's a project that he did with Luciano.
It is a project he did with Luciano. And another situation where the handshake was created here in our building, and Luciano and Jamond were able to work together. I know that this means the world to Jamond because when he because of the way our relationship started, the integrity that he showed early on. When you originally talked to him at the show, and he's just like, "Man, I'd love to sell you guys. I can't supply what you guys need." Where most guys would have said, "Sure, I can get them for you," and then we wouldn't have seen anything for 6 months. So, no, he and Luciano knocked it out of the park. They've spent a week together down in Nicaragua, and they just figured it out. This cigar is incredible.
Let me order a fiber right now. Says Damon, this is right in your wheelhouse too. I can say that because it's in everyone's wheelhouse. I smoked one yesterday. And it's one of the only cigars that from the light is just there. It's good. I smoked it and Mike was up here. I was like, I forgot how good it is. It's just like graham crackers. To me, it's graham crackers right away.
Yeah, I don't allow myself to forget it. I started with the Robusto and then went to the Toro last night.
We just went 1-2 on it.
Yeah, and I was going to go Lancero, but I smoked the Year of the Snake.
It is so fitting that as you look at the top three, you've got DC, Luciano, Principal, and Atabey all in there. It's biased. We didn't push these up. It just so happened
all three of those guys have.
I know.
Here.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
funny how that works out. But
congratulations,
yeah.
Congratulations to everyone who made the list. This is we take our jobs very seriously, and we really pay attention to the data, to what's happening. We are data hounds. And so this isn't just
how many of these we sold by the hour.
And to have an entire calendar year that we look at, and to have all of the different people put in their feedback, and you can tell who are not. There are a lot of people who are not ICC faithful that are coming. I mean, people did vote for like Gurkhas for real, So there's a good spectrum of cigar smokers that are inside of them.
Yeah, for sure.
And to come to this list, and you think about German engineered Ram Sight's not on the list. The Blanche isn't on the list. Gran Habano 20th. I mean, there are killers. There's no Bandolero on this list.
No.
I mean, and there's one Davidoff, and it's 22. I mean, this is a significant list that has a lot of love into it. So,
there's a lot of horsepower on this table.
Yeah, that is an absolute.
We should know. I mean, there's some stuff like the Black Ritos and stuff that we can't do. But we should maybe entertain while we have Aldi's. We should probably entertain maybe throwing together. You guys let us know in comments. Would you be interested if Thunderball do a top 25 list? We might have to put you on the waiting list for Black Ritos. But Oliver apparently has said that he's going to make sure we get everything we need. Right? I think that's what
what the message was.
Yeah.
That's how I read it.
Good.
Too.
So with that being said, maybe we just bundle this thing together and you get a chance to taste what our universe said is the top 25 for 2025. Yeah.
Yes, and that is the final business of 2024. We are in 2025, ready to rock and roll. And
well, if First Friday was any sense that people were ready to get started, last night was a hoot. Yep, it was a hoot.
Oh shit! I got it. One mic looks like it died off there. I think that's my mic that died off. Okay, but with that, mic's dead. Let's move forward. We got an L10. We've got stuff.
Oh, okay.
Rock and rolling.
All right. Well, there's some football playoffs. There's some other stuff going on. Come on in. What you're going to do? It's going to be a cold front coming in to Dallas. So if you're in the area and you don't feel like sitting home freezing and waiting for your pipes to burn, come on in.
That's it. That's it. Love you. Appreciate you.
We out. Congrats to the top 25.